We're almost live. It's K4PW. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 is the frequency in use. No, it's not. By the way, that's my atomic clock that I'm reading. I'm doing that. My name is Paul. My call is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, and I'm net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or party traffic? If there were, they would have already interrupted me. Hearing nothing. If there is an emergency, dial 911 is your first bet. If you need help immediately, also, just call us. We've probably got people in your neighborhood that can run over there and stanch the bleeding. At any rate, if you have an emergency, don't hesitate to jump in. Let's see, what else do I have here that I need to move on to? Hold on. You're broken at any time for emergency traffic. For information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube. Just put in K4PE block on YouTube, and you'll come up with us. You'll also, you can look us up on, which is 146415.net. That's 146415.net. Or you can, you can go to group ups.indiaoscar and just do a search in that little email system for MJSS for Michael Jackson. That's Mount Juliet Simplex Society. And you can sign up for our email if you so desire. Okay, we're not going to force you into it. You don't even have to be here. You don't have to be there. Anyway, or you can write me an email, k4pew@arrl.net. Every Wednesday and Saturday night. And we're here lots of times, many of us keeping the airwaves busy on 146 FM, Simplex, of course. Purpose in that is to have fun, figure out who you can hear, figure out how much money you got in your pocket before you upgrade your power, your radio, and the psychiatric help to convince your wife that you got to spend all that money and time doing something. But it is fun. But remember, family comes first. This is a hobby. This is unless you're in commercial radio, and this is not commercial radio. If it was, we're in trouble. In that for announcements, I have the big announcements of the day are, of course, we've got one coming up. Saturday is the Ham Fest that they're having up in the city. I'm not familiar with it, but you can look it up online. I've never been to it. I understand it's pretty decent for a relatively small Ham Fest, which is fine. I'd rather have you spend the money here in Wilson County. But the Ham Fest is coming up July 31st. And that's the big one here, and we're expecting a big crowd. I say we, collectively we. I think there's going to be a big crowd. There's a lot of Tennessee, so I suspect there's going to be a lot, and there's several commercial vendors showing up, so there's going to be a lot of stuff to look at. All the tables are sold. Gate, and that's just still a big deal. There's food available there. It starts at 8 o'clock on the 31st. So don't hesitate. Make sure you can't go in. Just if your wife complains, take her with you. So you say, I'm buying you breakfast, and then just go there. Also, Saturday, this is our breakfast at Courtney's in North Mount Juliet Road. For everybody who wishes to attend. Attendance, it's not, as most of you know, we don't really have meetings. We have meetings, but they're not formal. It's just a place for a bunch of hams, like-minded, to get along and have a good time together, eat some breakfast, drink some coffee, and lie to each other about how proficient we are at this hobby. Several of us are beginning going over to the range down the road about a mile afterwards for some shooting handguns. That would be Saturday. This coming Saturday, 8 o'clock. You don't have to be there at 8 o'clock. You can be there at 8:30, be there at 9, whatever. Doesn't matter. We're going to be there a couple as usual. Sometimes longer. All right, and then of course, Huntsville Ham Fest is August. It's in Huntsville, of course. That's Huntsville, Alabama, or Alabama, as some would say. And it's a fine ham fest. I'm confident I'm going to, and she gives me some money. Let's see. Tonight is net number 6, and we're starting from the east. Well, we'll just go with that. We'll be taking And people short on time. We're not talking physically, like you're imperiled with your demise, but short on time tonight due to family activity. And then we'll be taking first-time check-ins if there are any, and then we'll be going to regular check-ins starting from the east. Anyway, you have short-time check-ins, please come on. Are you on the HT area, Michael?
I am.
Yeah, you. Well, every time somebody uses an HT, I often later in the week hear people complain. Somebody complained to me yesterday about I can't hear them.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I said, well, you just need a better antenna system. That's all.
That's good. I'm fixing to take my daughter for a walk around the block, and I will not be able to check in on the
All right, very good. You'll be noticeable by your absence tonight, Michael. I'm glad you could check in early, and I hope your daughter's getting better. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot taking care of his daughter tonight. Of course, you know she's recovering from a serious car accident she had, and getting better every day. Who else is short on time? Comment. Go ahead.
I hear him on the hello, Richard. Good evening, Mike. I hope everything's getting better for your daughter. Take care. Now I'll let you know. Back to this.
I hear some other people farther away just barely breaking my steps. Anybody listening to this? All right, doesn't matter then. I can hear everybody here. Hold on one sec. All right, there we go. Who else? Anybody else short on time tonight? All righty, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well. Just I've got some other irons in the fire. Just wanted to give a quick check.
Yeah, your audio is a little low. Well, yeah, I know where you are. Maybe that's the reason. How much power do you run up there?
I'm in the mobile unit right now. Pickup truck behind the house.
Ah, okay, very good. It's Doug, right?
Yes, that's right.
All right, very good. All right, for a mobile, are you around your home?
I'm sorry, repeat.
Where are you located now?
Yeah, Greenbrier, just in the backyard and it's low elevation.
Oh, okay, yeah, very good. I presumed it was up there because your signal's a little lower than it would be if you were closer in, to Nashville or Mount Juliet. But very good, Doug. Good to have you in there.
All right, thank you. Have a good evening.
Yep, you too. That was Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Kilo Delta. He was Greenbrier. He was mobile. Anybody else short on time or mobile? I forgot to say that. Any first-time check-ins will grab you and pull you into the net now. I hear some squelch breaking. Is there anybody copying that station? Nothing. Okay, then when you start taking check-ins from the east, please come now. Was there a station that I couldn't hear there? I heard something.
I can relay that one. Come back with that call sign. Jamie, is it? Yeah, it's Jamie at Bethpage, KL4J. I didn't get the last two. AJX.
Ah, very good. Yeah, barely able to copy him. Must be bad conditions, or he's mobile. Is that what the deal is?
HT.
Ah, I'm surprised I can hear him.
Yeah, I've got a little homemade feed that I'm experimenting with tonight, so that's what I'm working with.
Yeah, no, I just can barely copy you there, Jamie. But you're doing good with what little you have. All righty, take her easy. Have a good night. That was Jamie, Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Juliet X-ray, and he is in Bethpage with an HT with some kind of experimental antenna, working pretty good. Who else is north? Please come down. Or east or north? East. East, predominantly east. Please come down.
Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo, KI 4 SOR.
All righty. Very good. How you doing, Richard? Any good?
This is my Friday, and I'm wonderful. I don't have to work the rest of the week, but it's been a week. I'm a little bit whooped, but I'm gonna recoup, and everything gonna be just fine. Hope everybody else is doing well and staying healthy, and enjoy their four in their own inimitable way. And y'all carry on, and I appreciate what you're doing, Paul. 73 KI4SIB back to
No. All right, very good, Richard. That was Richard and Stephanie, and just west of Lebanon, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, and Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Who else is east? Anybody else east?
WF4EBX.
You gonna scope out the Cave City Hamfist for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it.
Yeah, I hate to miss our own breakfast, but you've been missing him for about a year now, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's right. Well, in the summer we go to yard sales and ham fest. So maybe on rainy days we don't go to yard sales. So maybe I can get back into pretty soon.
Well, that'd be good. We love to see you. You know, that's the deal. We don't, you know, it's just a matter of seeing friends and making new ones.
There you go. Yeah, hope you get back safe. Thanks for doing the best. WF4EBX.
Very good. That's Eddie. He's in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. Just as a point of interest, he's the one that said we ought to be doing breakfast a 3 years ago, and he's been missing the most of them the last year or so. Anyway, he's not sad. We're doing fine. Nobody has to show up anywhere. If he's doing stuff with his wife, that's better than doing stuff with us. Who else is where else? East. Up to the north, then, please.
KB9RKK.
Hello, Frank. How are you doing?
Doing good today, Paul. Didn't hear Jamie. I could tell something was there, but I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, well, he was a little weak to me, and it would seem to be worse being farther away and coming over to the ridge where you guys are, but he came in.
Well, it's just less than that's 700.
Yeah, I would say it is. Sure. I mean, it's. I mean, if everybody had a say, boy, we'd be in trouble, I think.
Yeah, all the repeaters. Oh God. Hopefully, there's no more repeaters on this frequency.
You know, I sent out that that little notice about the APRS thingy, and it stopped at some time this morning when I noticed it wasn't there.
Well, I'm glad it's gone. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't a big deal. Annoying. I mean, it's just a little burst of activity every. I don't even know how often that was, but just a little burst, and I would think if I a station, a digifeeder, I'd want it to be on the right frequency, not this one.
Right, where it actually gets used.
So whoever it was, I'm grateful that that they got it under where that needed to be for their own sake, because now people can track whatever he's doing, homewards in his car or what. But anyway, everything else going well?
Yeah, dude, everything's fine up here. Seems like we'll see what happens. Looking forward to the new AmQuest. You know, it's going to be the first time we're basically indoors.
Yeah, that'll be great. That should.
Well, you don't have to worry as much about the weather. You still don't want the weather to be bad, but at least there's.
Yep, I'm with you. No, it should be great. I really think it's going to be a big one. I mean, big. Well, it's not going to be big as Huntsville, I don't think, but we're going to hopefully they got money stashed away in their pocket from all this time without big hamfets.
Yeah, honestly, the bigger draw is all the old treasures. The one man's junk is somebody else's treasure. Where old stuff. That's where I think the big draw is at. But we also have the commercial. I think it's good to have the combination of both.
What's funny is one of the most common reasons that hams say they're going to a ham fest. They're lying, of course. Well, no, they're giving us a false lead. You say, yeah, I'm going to the ham fest. I got to go buy some connectors, and then they walk away. Crap.
Well, I'm guilty of that one. I go to Huntsville for connectors. Up with a radio or something.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. We're lying to ourselves, and we lie. Well, I don't know if we lie to the expert. We just don't show them the radio or the receipt.
Yeah, but it was such a good deal. 50%.
Yeah, I heard years ago when I first got into ham radio, I heard guys say, "No, we're going to Dayton this year." And this when I was in Florida, so they're driving up to Dayton because they can save money on radios. I'm thinking, the price could recover all of your travel costs.
Yeah, they were lying to themselves there.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I thought, let's see, you're driving about 1,200 miles to save $50.
Nah, you go there to go actually save money. What it used to be, at least what I thought it was used to be about, is you see all the new stuff right away.
Oh yeah, all the most of the manufacturers are there in Huntsville. I'm hoping this year.
Yeah, I mean, I know companies stopped doing the ham fest altogether because of the expense, and you can buy everything online. So, but yeah, I think the community come out more to showcase. They always put their latest and greatest $20,000 icon out there in front as you walk in. I think it's actually more than that, but yeah, it's nice to see that and go, yeah, no.
Yeah, well, dream doesn't mean you're going to do it. If you did it, you'd be running back with the receipt and asking for a refund.
Yeah, Doc, about some crazy pills or anti-crazy pills.
Yeah, also about the black eye your ex-wife gave you.
Oh yeah, she'll be.
Yeah, very good, Frank. Good to have you on the air. That was Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo in Northwest Mount Juliet.
WE40 Danny Henderson.
Hey, Danny, you doing okay?
Yeah, not too bad, Paul. How's everything over there?
Good. You still you doing any big events out of town coming up?
No. Email today that the truck landed safely in Tokyo today, so that's kind of a load off. Shipping those things is all a bit of a crapshoot, but no, nothing real super big coming up other than Tokyo. Anything in Beijing yet, so I'm not sure what's going to take place there, but that's about it. Just hanging out around here. Okay.
Shipping is always a crapshoot.
Oh yeah. Well, when you're sending an 80,000-pound semi-trailer, got $10 million worth of equipment in it, and the revenue attached to what lifespan, that's always kind of makes you a little edgy.
Yeah, we had a poorly coordinated event, but a project we were working on in South America, in Venezuela, and unfortunately, two separate divisions not quite together, and so they ordered these large refrigeration compressors, are like 300 tons apiece. They didn't read those specifications, and they sent the wrong ones. And so they arrived in the port, and our technician walks up and goes, "Good."
Yeah, exactly. Incidentally, I don't know if Michael's still listening, but I heard him. And he was a skeleton sponge breaker. I got every couple of words or so, not full copy, but he made it over here from whatever.
Interesting, because Michael is actually south of 40, a little ways east of the Mount Juliet Road, and I'm surprised it gets over those hills.
That's 5 and 6, so he's super easy copy, no problem at all.
He's probably standing on the roof or something.
Or he's really tall.
Well, Michael's not really tall. Very good. All right, Danny, good to have you in there. Is that what you're doing?
No, stay here. Yeah, that's the big stuff that's coming up. We're gearing up for football. I'll be doing some NFL preseason. I'll be doing a bunch of CBS. We've done a ton of MLS. So a lot of big stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you have to remind me. It's July. Football starts in August, and my wife, I would say she doesn't like football, but she said.
Yeah, I was never a huge sports guy. I didn't get the genes. You know, I'll watch soccer. I really like watching Premier League and some of the MLS. Not. I got into that when my daughter was playing, and I started watching it to have some sort of confidence about the game. It just kind of took, but as far as like who scored what goal in what game against what team, whatever, all the minutia, couldn't tell you, don't care. Some of the best sleep I've ever gotten in my life was in the seventh inning of a ball game.
Yeah, very good. No, I've always enjoyed soccer. Always. Well, and I say always. That's the wrong thing to say. Back in the '60s, when ABC put on some soccer, I wondered what the heck they were doing on the field. It didn't make any sense to me at all. And then, when I had two boys playing soccer, all of a sudden it became interesting, and I went to a lot of professional. Back when the Major League, no, MISL, no, that was Major Indoor Soccer. I forget what it was called. It was the one where the New York Sting and the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Fort Lauderdale, whatever they were. You know what I'm saying? You're familiar with that one?
The teams are familiar. I forget what they called that. It wasn't the MLS, but it was the NASL or something like that.
I think it was something like that. But anyway, it was actually great competition. They were required to have American soccer players, at least one, I think, on the field at all times. Might have been two. I don't remember now. Players. That's where I got to see Pele play for New York.
Oh man, one of the greats.
Oh, yeah, maybe singularly the largest star of in the international arena of any sport. You say Pele, and everybody knows. I don't know how many people here know what we're talking about, but internationally, everybody knows.
Oh yeah, like Alexi Wallace and Diego Maradona. Those guys are storied big time.
Oh, really? In fact, what I'll do, I just quickly said, I still enjoy football, but I don't sit down and watch NFL.com, and I watch they show each of the pertinent plays in the game, and I got to watch an entire football game and
Exactly. Yeah, I have to admit that I do sort of loosely follow Vanderbilt. The reason that my daughter was involved in the Spirit of Gold marching band one season while she was in school at Ball State. Looked into it kind of in a backhanded kind of way. But beyond that, and again, I'll watch. I don't pay that much attention to it. Really, I'm not deep into it like a lot of serious sports fans are.
Yeah, it's I also had a whole bunch of tickets for the Tampa Bay hockey team when I lived there, but even that old for me. But yeah, sports you can really consume some time and money, and I don't really want to do that in my retirement. Well, very good, Danny. Good to have you in there. That Whiskey Echo for Echo in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Anybody else north?
9BOQ.
Hey, Dennis, how are you doing?
Good, long time no talk.
Yeah, only. Is there somebody else in there on top of you there? I heard a hum in there.
Bill?
Oh, that must have been you pushing the press to talk.
I don't know. Did you still the hum on me?
No, it was when engaged. Danny, did you hear that?
I did. It sounded like a double, and because the signal had increased.
I don't know. Anyway, so you're taking off at least a little bit, and you're going to go shuck some corn before you leave.
Yeah, I didn't eat any corn. Um, I've been Wisconsin. I'm playing a music show, a memorial for my buddy who died, and getting my band ready to go. Oh, I know what you're hearing. I'm running FT8 at the same time. It's transmitting right now.
That'd be it.
Okay, let me shut that off. That was it. Okay, obsessing over my band, getting the windshield cleaned and using that stuff that makes the water beat up in the rain. It's been working on my van all day today. It's kind of crazy, but that's what you do when you're retired. Just goof around, and I'm going to go to bed here in about 30 minutes and get up at 3 in the morning, and then Wednesday now I'm going to go to bed about 8 and then leave to go to Wisconsin. That's a good time to drive for early morning, and I'll get up there about noon. So that's and there's nowhere for me to operate remote 2-meter that I can think of to check in Saturday night. So I'll be there for the net Saturday night, and you have a good night. W9BOQ.
All right, Dennis, have a safe trip. If I don't talk to you again, I hope it was Dennis, and he's in Castellian Springs. Whiskey 9, Bravo, Oscar, Quebec. Anybody else north? West?
KO4OK.
Okay. Closing response. How you doing, Roy?
One for sure I got in there, yeah. Well, I was talk over anybody, and I thought, well, let's go.
Yeah, you got a real good signal with your new rating.
Good.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, we'll get some more fine-tuning in and go. Dennis never did say he'd leave us the keys, did he? So we could get some corn.
I don't know if his wife protects the property with a shotgun or not.
Well, I bet she does.
No, he'll be back shortly, so the corn will be really ready for picking by then.
Yep, there you go. Well, anyway, I'll let you get with it and have a good net and lots more people.
Yeah, that was Roy in Madison. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo.
KT4 left. Have we done west?
No, you're good though. How you doing there, Charles? In West.
Pretty tired. I only got 4 hours of sleep last month. Not 4. I got 13 hours because Monday heat and it wore me out. But back to the grind today. I was off Monday and Tuesday, but I had to work last Saturday to get that holiday pay. I did have a question. I'm about to purchase a DMR, DMR wires that AT. It's called Radio Diddy. Brand name. I'm gonna have to check back on that, but I think it's DMR. I don't know how. Mike, YMS was going to show me how the. I don't know. My question is, how good does 5-watt on DMR work?
I'm told it works pretty good, and of course there's repeaters all over the place, or at least several in this area for DMR. I think you don't get confused now. Wires
just 5 watts. There's wires extra.
Well, no, I mean no. I remember now. Wires X. You mean if you had a Yaesu Fusion handheld?
Sure.
Oh, the Wires X. I'm not sure how you do it with a handheld. You can get into a repeater though using the Fusion. You just have to know which node. If you're just using locally, you would just call into that repeater at the frequency it's at. And if you wanted to do the wires X and talk to another node somewhere on the planet, you would type, you push in the node number.
I think I was supposed to go watch YouTube about wires X. I haven't done that yet. And I guess maybe it'll show me how to. Is there a wires X website that shows node numbers for all the repeaters all over the world, like our and other stuff? I know RLT is analog, but is there a website for the node numbers for?
I believe there is, Charles. I have not used it, and if I've seen it, I've forgotten about it because I haven't used that wires X at all. I just know there has to be. How would you know which machine you were trying to reach?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the. I just wondered. I know they sell mobiles with 4 wires and then 5-watt HTs with DMR or wires, and I didn't know how well those HTs work with that.
They work if you're within a reasonable distance of a repeater with an HT, you're going to be fine. It's a question of if you get too far away from a repeater, and you're certainly not going to be able. Yeah, what you're doing with me, Simplex. If you did the same thing with a repeater, you're going to do fine.
And I know there's some Simplex IRLP nodes, and I've never been able to get them to work around this area. So I guess I'm just not close enough.
I don't know. I guess you'll have to find out. In either case, where the DMR repeaters are and where the Yaesu Fusion repeaters are. You're going to try to do. And if you can, obviously the next step is, well, let's say you only got 5 watts, that's all you can afford, and you get a little tiny 2 or 3 or 4 element beam that you can build, point it toward the repeater of your choice.
Yeah, I still got one up yet, a 4-meter beam, I believe it is. I kind of have a little dilemma though. I have a mobile in the house, the 20. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I also have a QIT 25-watt mobile in the truck now. Buy some more radios, so I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna probably have 2 radios in the house, and I have to get more. I have to get or I'm gonna get a better. I'm obviously not on all the radios at the same time on that power supply, and then I want to get an HF radio. So I kind of had a question about that too.
Okay, you run out of. You watch that Wires X or DMR thing, and you'll learn a lot. I found out that YouTube is my friend for learning stuff. I'm good now. I was just asking about putting a bunch of radios on a power supply. I'm going to get a good power supply. But that would damage the power supply. Just having them all run, just not key up on all of them at the same time. I'm going to get a 30 amp and have an HF radio and then these other mobiles. I know they sell all mode radios, but I can't afford that right now. Yeah, I got it. No, you won't hurt you won't hurt that. Let's put it this way: if you tried to transmit on several machines that exceeded the capacity of the power supply, it generally will shut down by itself. So it's not going to be a big deal. But you'll never, if you're just operating the radio without transmitting on it, like a 50-watt radio, and you had another 50-watt radio that you were just listening on, wouldn't have any problems at all. All right, thank you, KG4. Everyone have a good evening. Yeah, very good. That was Charles in Joelton, Ashland City area. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot. Anybody else north or west?
Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-ray Echo.
All right, Chris. You bailed out on me when I came in on that conversation we were having earlier today on the air.
Yeah, I had to run, man. I had to just. And Roy were going back and forth, so I was like, all right, I got to switch out now.
Yeah. So you're going to try to make the gun shoot over there?
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like a good time. They allow rifles in there too, right?
I think it's handguns only. I checked their website. I'm not positive about that. Yeah, you're not going to bring in a automatic weapon, right?
No, it's actually a very clever action rifle. So everybody enjoys it. So I was like, well, I should definitely bring that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they. You better look them up on. It's the one on Lebanon Road.
On there, I thought it started with a K. I need to look it up. I was thinking about that last time.
You know, it's a nice range because it's under, and it's for the most part it's kind of comfortable because they have it air conditioned.
It's awesome. KBR, you sure that's the name of it?
No,
Okay, well, I'll look all that for us.
I'm not positive. It's something like that. That's what my wife told me. She said, "You know what I like about you? If you're wrong, you admit it." I go, oh, I'd hate to go on thinking it's I'm just that stupid that I keep saying the same stupid things over.
Yeah.
Anyway, some things I say I'm positive about, you know, and even then sometimes I'm wrong. Mistaken about that too. Anyway, that's Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo in Donaldson. Who's up next from West?
DD4 LV Jack and Donaldson. Rick in Ashland City.
Hey, Rick, you sound good, but hold on one second. Somebody beat you to the. I had who they have? Oh, Jack. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing great, and I'm laughing because I couldn't remember the name of the range either. All I could remember are.
Is it R? You sure?
K.
Huh?
Starts with a K.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
It's KRB. Kilo Romeo Bravo.
Oh, you know what happened? They changed it since we were there. Isn't that right, Jack?
It is. So I'm looking forward to the break.
Oh, yeah, anyway, it's a nice range, though. I mean, wouldn't you say so there, Jack?
Yeah, I don't think there was a rifle range, so I think it was only pistols. I looked around and didn't see anything dictating a rifle range.
Yeah, it's got 10 lanes. It says, well, I don't see. It sells with shotguns and rifles, but I don't see anything about. Why don't they say that?
I see a picture of a lady holding an AR in here, so I'm pretty sure they probably allowed it at one point. Deal.
All I can do is say no.
Yeah, you just don't want to shoot, you know, big calibers inside.
Yeah, bring in a 50 cal, you know.
We'll bring it anyway, Chris. I'll do it.
All right, very good, Jack. What you doing? All right?
Oh yeah, just rearranging junk in my garage today.
Oh man, that's a full-time job in my garage.
Yeah, no shortage.
Man, I don't know. You know, when I moved when I was married, I did it all in the back seat of a car. The next time I moved, it was with a van. I just rented a van. The next time I moved, it was with a trailer. I had to haul them behind my car. And the next time I moved, it was with I hired a tractor trailer, you know, over-the-road driver.
I understand. Divorce send my stuff out not entirely, but almost.
Yeah, it's funny how we just collect a lot of crap.
We do. Well, anyway, thanks for doing the net, Paul.
All right, very good. That's Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. I heard Rick in there. Rick, you sound good.
Thank you, man. So do you. How's things going?
They're going good. You really sound better than average. Must be good conditions.
Must be. Yeah, everything sounds pretty clear and nice. Really good, good reception here. Everybody's clear.
Yeah, sounds terrific. Everything good with the family?
Everything's really good, Paul. I'm blessed, man. Can't complain at all. Looking forward to the breakfast Saturday. I'll see you there.
That was Rick in Ashland City, or near Ashland City, I should say. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Who else is West?
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Hey, very good, Don. How are you? Haven't heard from you in a little bit.
Yeah, things have been squirrely around here. Work, new job. Yeah, it's kind of been doing some other things in the evening. Kind of had some free time, and I security over the shack here and got the operating desk clean. Not clean, but we'll get there.
Yeah, very good. Do you happen to see that antenna that I sent out on a link that it as a 70 centimeter and a 6 meter, no, 2 meter and 6 meter, two different antennas in that crazy design?
Yeah, it looks like some kind of odd version of a squaler with the end bent in opposite direction. Kind of weird.
I know it. Because I'm thinking, I'm not making that one.
No, absolutely not. Oh, that's good news. I literally one of Pennsylvania sent me a text message with the shipping label and my new to me Mamma Jamma 2-meter Yagi is on its way. It's the whole kit caboodle. Antenna, relays, feed line, preamps, whole 9 yards. So I'll have a project this weekend. I'm hoping I'll get the 440 and the 2-meter antennas mounted and up in the air. Finally, I still have these two Crush Crest 20 element cross polarized Yagis with the phasing harnesses for sale. If anybody's interested, I'll get on the set.
Well, post them again just to be sure. Maybe everybody didn't see that.
I will. I'll relist them. But yeah, I just want to get them out of here and make me an offer. Reasonable offer.
Oh yeah, no. When somebody else can make good use of it. Well, anyway, that was Don. He's in Bon Aqua, November 4, Delta, Juliet, Tango. Anybody else west?
Kilo, Delta 4, Charlie, Victor, Echo, Greg, and Antioch.
Hey, Greg, you sound pretty good tonight.
I appreciate it. I got a question. The station, the Bon Aqua station there, I couldn't hear. And then an airliner flew over my house. And as it passed over, his signal strength increased. And I could hear him there briefly while it. Have you ever heard of that, bouncing off an airliner?
Oh, definitely. That's. I wish they did it more often.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, no, airlines. Don, you heard that, did you?
No, you know my noise.
Oh, he said that he couldn't hear you initially, and then an airplane flew over somewhere in the vicinity of his home, and he came in nice and easy.
Yeah, that happened. That's the thing. Airplane scatter. That's actually a thing.
Yeah, no, what I guess what makes it funny to me is it in the scheme of things, an airliner is pretty small, but yet it's still able to refract that signal to back down to the earth.
Yeah, when you think about it, 2-meter signal's kind of small too, right? Compared to the body of an airplane. It's the wings and the future where fuselage meets the wings. It's a pretty large, broad surface area. It was one of them big, 777. That's a big airplane.
Oh yeah. He was just saying a big airplane is going to give you that reflection off of the wings because a 2-meter signal is relatively small compared to the size of wings and body of a plane.
Yeah, it worked nicely. It was amazing. I've never experienced that. It was really cool.
Yeah, it is funny how it works out that way. But it's really just no different than, I don't know if you've ever been mobile and you're trying to go, let's say, off the passenger side. That's the direction you're really wanting to talk to somebody. And if there's a tractor trailer next to you, they generally can't hear you. It's a blockage effect. It's bouncing back at you.
Yeah, there's enough metal. There's enough metal to make a difference.
Anyway, now I get a kick out of that too. You can kind of tell when a plane. You'll also sometimes hear, even with a good signal, you hear another flutter from something like a plane going overhead because it's like amplifying. It's making a difference with the signal.
Well, it started out as a flutter and then cleared up and then ended as a flutter as it passed over.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Well, it's interesting. It's the first time you heard that. That's funny.
Yeah, or maybe I've heard it and didn't realize, but I knew it was happening this time.
Cool. Well, very good. That was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie, Victor Echo, experiencing airplane refraction. It's really kind of neat. Not refraction, but it's actually airplane bounce, kind of. Airplane comes back down to earth. Who else is west? Anybody west?
KF4, KFQ.
Hey, very good, Tony. How you doing?
I'm doing.
No new developments on the roadway front?
No.
Actually, it's been pretty clean. I think we had one Sonic cup tossed out, and that's been about it.
Wow. Well, you're probably getting, if that's what they call them down there in your county. They're probably busier.
Yeah, well, I hadn't thought about that. Society probably is getting a lot more traffic now.
Oh, I hope so. Because you figure when it's bad when things that deteriorate slowly, like shingles, and sheetrock, those kind of things that end up on they sit out there.
Well, there is a straight shaft weed eater and a leaf blower off down in a steep embankment over there that's covered up with poison ivy right now, and it's not by me until this winter and all the poison ivy goes away.
Oh wow! It seems so funny that people do that. When I lived in Tampa, if I was doing some remodeling, and one of the things I remember taking out, I took out an oil tank to a heat pump on the house, and set that out by the curb. It was gone within 2 hours. A scrap metal dealer, I don't know what they were using it for. What's called a pot heater. It was a centrally located heater for the home in Florida. We used it, put that out by the curb. I think it was gone within an hour.
Well, I'm just hoping that the folks in the neighborhood take a little pride in their area, and that's all I've ever wanted anyway. The trash was just a vehicle to get there.
Yeah, ability really.
Yeah. So anyway, tonight's net the Stinky Bottom Drum and Tuning Corps.
Ah, yeah, they've wiped the slate many times.
Yep. Well, I may be tall. They are flat jaw.
Very good. Tony, good to have you in there. It's Kilo Foxtrot 4 in Smyrna. Who else is out?
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Kent, and also in Smyrna.
Hey, it's only because you have a permit to live there.
Yeah, I have my parole papers.
Well, can you imagine having those kind of restrictions of where you could live? That'd be awful.
No, I can't imagine. Well, there's a lot of people who have restrictions where they go. They call it a penitentiary.
Yeah, well, yeah. My wife has said for as long as I've known her, she says, "Well, penitentiary, the prison can't be that bad. They get all their meals, they get library, they get they get time to themselves, they get write, they get do things for themselves." And I go, "It's obvious you've never been in the inside of it."
You know what? I agree. I've been inside. I've looked at them. And it's not all of it. You totally lost all of your freedom.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, the correct, I don't care what institution it's in. I don't care if it's a jail or it's a county, a state institution or a federal institution. If that direction, he said, "Ken, I want you to move over here 20 feet and stand over there." If you don't do it, he just goes, "Okay, Ken, what's your inmate number?" The disciplinary action, and those add up, and it ain't pretty for them.
I agree. I'm glad I'm never.
No. There's only one thing worse, and that's being a correctional officer.
I think so too. Well, thank you for keeping on carrying the net a couple times a week, and I can join you guys on 2 meter side band and different things. So thank you for what you do. This is WV4D back to net.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's too bad we're going to discontinue that sideband thing, man.
That's good. I don't care. But anyway.
No, we wouldn't do that. No, I like that portion of the net, the 2 meter sideband.
The guy the other day on sideband, it was KE4DZ, him and sideband.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. I monitored you guys before you took off over there. Yep. No, it comes in. It's really good. I mean, it really gets out. Smyrna whiskey, Victor 4 Delta. Who else is selling? Nobody.
Echo. Victor.
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Good, good, man. We finally got a little rain today.
Oh, thankfully. Are you gonna make weekend?
This is the second one.
Yes. Second, the first of the month. The second. Oh, yeah.
Yep, I'll try to be there.
Sounds good. We're looking forward to it. Very good, Larry. Well, I'm glad it rained because my lawn was like a desert. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he is in Rockville, South.
Kilo November 4, Yankee Quebec Papa.
There's some. Anybody hearing those signals out there? Somebody's on this frequency. I don't know whether it's their repeater or what. Heard that. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Paul?
Well, I'm doing. I'm always doing. I guess I'm always doing great. If I got something to do and I'm working or I'm reading, keeping active. It's when I sit around doing nothing, I get bored.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Being active, I can tell whenever I get lazy, my mood changes and things start going downhill. But when I have projects, my mood goes up and I'm a more productive person, I guess.
Oh, I get it. It's just that sometimes right now I've got so many things stacked I should do, and they're not huge things, they're little things. I just never seem to get around to doing the little things.
Yeah, at some point, I'm guilty of that a lot. But I try to get at least one thing done a day, so over to figure them out.
Yeah, I get it. So everything going well for you? Otherwise,
Everything's going on. Yeah, that's about it.
I noticed that's on your QRZ page. We may have talked about this, but general exams.
No, actually, I'm waiting for the ham quest to go out there and hopefully pass that and take the extra and try to spit out a passing grade on that.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I don't be on 2 meters. It doesn't matter to me, quite honestly. Or, it's been in the thing for 50 years or he's a brand new ham. It just doesn't make any difference.
Oh, no, I completely understand. I really knew about getting it. I was going to let it happen over time, but I got on 10 meters this month and last month, and I've made contact with 48 states, and I've kind of I've been bit. I've been buying radio stuff here.
Oh, yeah. No, it's really funny how you get excited about that stuff. And it gives you a little hint of what you can do on the. Honestly, even without an extra, I know guys that are just stuck with general. They say, I'm not taking the extra. I'm not going to bother. And they're happy because of every band, not in every area, but limited to some degree, as you know. But my excuse for taking hams immediately that I got interested in ham radio was once I passed the technician, I said, oh, man, move. Because if I don't get I had the code test at the time. If I don't go through the code, the general exam, and the extra, if I don't do it right now, I'll procrastinate it for probably years, and I'm not going to do that. So I just went ahead and took them all in like 60 days.
Ahead of that, but I unfortunately didn't. I passed the tech, bombed the general because I had not even looked at any of the comments. And but I was just happy to get my technician's license. I've listened to the hobby since I was a little kid, and the cut, and then I forgot about it. And about a couple years ago, I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and take the test, and here I am.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're. I encourage everyone to upgrade if they can, because it adds so much to the hobby when you get up into a lot more stuff to see and work on, and just a lot more fun. Anyway, good to have you in there, Dustin. That was Kilo November 4 Yankee Quebec Papa. This is south.
Right. Kilo 4 Oscar, Fox Oscar.
Hey, Donnie, how you doing?
Just been busy trying to get caught up on some things.
Oh, I'll never get caught up, man. And when I die, somebody to finish all my work.
I know what you mean. Seems like the more I do, the further behind I get.
When you don't get certain things done, you save money.
Well, I can't tell that either, so I don't know. I'm going about it right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I hope everything's going well for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't have anything any further. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Who's on the ham quest other than it's going to be the best in the world?
Well, we're getting finalized plans. We got quite a few people bringing amateur command posts showing them off. I think we got roughly about 8 pieces of equipment coming in now. I've got a couple more I got to contact.
Excellent. And those are all county or like EOC type thing?
Well, we got Emergency Management, Red Cross, Sunschool bringing in their command they use. We've got Sumter County committed. We got still waiting on the Cobb County and Cannon. They're both combined, and it doesn't look like it's going to be able to do anything cause us some problems. But that's all right. I understand what's going on there. So, but we'll get there. We're making it. Of course, our women's rather be there.
Awesome. That'll be really a big. I think that'll be a big attraction, Don. Having all those emergency vehicles there.
Well, what we've been trying to explain to these people, nobody's in competition. This is just to give counties and other people on what they can do and what all they can accomplish with just a little bit. Doesn't have to be any big thing, even small will work just as well if they're put together properly. That's what we're hoping everybody can learn from this part of it and be proud of what they got.
Great. For those of you that might not have been here with Donnie, they've got a number of emergency communication vehicles and trailers coming in from several county agencies, public service agencies like the Baptist Communications Group, and I'm not sure. Did you say Salvation Army?
No, Red Cross, Sumner County, Smith County. I can't remember some of the others right there.
Well, that'll make it interesting, that's for sure, to be able to see all those different trailers, how they have things set up, what they're using. We're really interested in that. Anyway, good to have you in there, Donnie. That's Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar, and yeah, I know that I appreciate what you guys are doing over there. Kudos to you guys on that work. And again, Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar in Hermitage. Who else is south? Anybody south, east, north, or west?
One other thing, Paul.
Yeah, go ahead.
For people that it's going to be less walking this year, hopefully everything's going to be much more convenient. Parking should be closer to everything that's going on. Even the and everything is at a very short walking distance. I think people enjoy that aspect of it as well. That's not as far as parking way up here and then have to walk down to where all the activities are.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's right. We mentioned that early on when Frank indoors, obviously, except for the tailgaters, which is going to be right there adjacent to the building. But the whole rest of the all the vendors, all the tables are will be really kind of nice. Be different. Be more like more like Huntsville does it. They got it all inside except for the tailgate.
Well, what I've seen or ever been to Dayton, TN07 out of Eagleville, they are setting up their display just like they would if they were going to Dayton. So you can kind of get an idea of what you might see at Dayton from commercial vendors just by.
Awesome. That'll be nice having those commercial vendors there as well. That's really a big attraction. Anyway, again, that was Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Ham Quest 2021 on the web, and you'll find out what the current information is on it. Remember, it's only it's the 21st, so it's 3 weeks away. No, it's the 31st. Excuse me. It's only 3 weeks away from today. So you They write it on the calendars in indelible ink. Anybody else south or anywhere?
KE4TWI.
Hey,
Doing good at Langston Mobile. Let me check in KJ4JEG. Hi, Paul. Remote Unlimited.
good to have you both in there.
All right, glad to be. 4TWI.
Very good. That was Wes and his lovely bride. That's KE4TWI and KJ4 Echo Golf. Who else is anywhere? Please come in.
WB0NLO, Mark in Northwest Wilson. Good evening.
Hey, Mark. I appreciate your patience. I realize it's 9 o'clock.
Well, actually, I slept through about the first 45 minutes of it.
One way to accomplish it, isn't it?
Yeah, it worked pretty good.
Yeah, everything going all right up there?
Going well.
Sounds great. Nothing for the net?
Nope, I'm not awake enough to know. Can I also say got one news broadcaster?
Hey, can you hear that station there, Mark?
No, I didn't hear it.
How loud he is. Apparently it's that repeater up there with great conditions because he's almost as loud as you are.
That's not over here. I'm not hearing it.
Well, it's gone now, so maybe it's an airplane refraction stuff. In Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. Oscar, you can go back to sleep now. Who else? Any place, anywhere?
I wasn't hearing you,
Yeah, I can hear it now. Do I hear it? Did I?
Yeah, KE4DEG.
Hey, how you doing, Earl?
Doing well.
Yeah, no, we're doing great. I mean, wait, hold on 1 second, Earl. Dennis, you say you couldn't hear it at all? Be in the right spot to hear it, that's all, because he was loud. I mean, that's why I thought it was somebody else trying to talk to me, and it wasn't. Oh, you can hear him down?
Yeah, I hear them all the time. I got a good pass down to that part of Alabama, Clamor.
Is that where they are in Alabama?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It sounds like it. Definitely has the accent for it. Yeah, he was just in there.
Yeah, I can hear him. Somebody said he was just in there.
I think.
Yeah, well, those things happen when there's conditions. You're probably complaining about it. Or you, Don?
Yeah, if they don't have a tone on that machine, they're definitely hearing me.
Yeah, no. I never did get a straight answer out of the people down in Alabama about where, what, and when, why they're in this part of the band. Anyway, now I can hear him in there again. Anyway, Earl, you doing all right?
Yeah, good. Just
All right, sounds good. Nothing good for the net? No big plans?
that's fine. No, just one day at a time.
Giving up your money for the Ham Fest over in Lebanon?
Yeah, there you go. That sounds like it's going to be a gathering, totally inside and well, you lie they got over there in the fairgrounds.
Yeah, no, that'll be really nice. I can't wait for that to happen. Anyway, good to have you in there, Earl. Nothing else?
Just carry on, KE4DEG.
Yeah, very good. That was Earl and Noreen, Kilo Echo 4. Who else? Anybody? Any place, anywhere? Please come down. North, south, east, or west? Please come down. No lollygaggers, sandbaggers, or lurkers. SDR donglers. Preppers. Scanner listeners. Got to email me. I heard somebody in there. Who was that?
Yeah, KG7 Uniform Yankee Delta, Brent Nashville.
J7 uniform what?
Kilo Golf 7 Uniform Yankee Delta.
Sorry, there was a little bit of hash in there.
Yeah, I just got a little 5-1 H2 here sitting on the front porch from North Henderson.
Very good. Yeah, obviously just an HT, huh?
That's correct.
Ah, very good. What's the first name there?
First name's Brent.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I missed it.
You don't get hard. You don't get too long.
Still didn't noise on your signal. That's why I'm not getting it.
Brent.
Ah, very good. Brent. Very good. Brent. I thought that's what you said, but I didn't want to make a mistake. Good job considering you're on an HT sitting on the porch.
Yeah, I'm moving up from under the porch. It's
ENT, Brent. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, November, Tango. QSL?
Roger that.
Yeah, very good, Brent. You're welcome to jump in anytime. We're here 8 p.m. and we're moving over to 10 meters upper sideband here momentarily.
Very good. First time I've been on a Simplex.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've been doing this for almost 7 years.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm actually from Arizona. And one of the experiences like talking about that.
Yeah, no, we've been doing it relatively small, and now we're averaging somewhere in the 30s on every net Wednesday, 2 nets a week, and we're doing some 30 some. We've been as high as Asian, and just a lot of fun. And we have breakfast twice a month here in Mount Juliet, and everyone's welcome, and no dues. It's a club with no FAM rules, FCC rules.
Sounds great to me. What radio are you on?
I'm on Yaesu 991 Alpha, and I have a Diamond X700 antenna, and I'm at about 700. No, I'm lying. My house is at 686 feet, and my antenna's up about that. So, but I'm on a hill, so I get out great in most directions, about 45, 50 miles. Yeah, I didn't catch much of that one, but let me let you go. I'd be happy to just go to the website to groups.io to sign up for the email if you're interested. Groups.io and just search for Mike, Juliet, Sierra, Sierra. And on a net, Brent, that was Kilo Golf 7 Uniform Yankee Delta, and he's in Hendersonville, sitting on his front porch with an HT. And I hope, and yeah, a nice cool drink. Who else? Anybody else out there before we move on? Hey, Steve, how are you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
Doing great. Conditions are suitable for you tonight.
Yeah, thought I'd wait till the end.
Doing great. Everything going well up there?
Yes, it is. Here you're got a good net going tonight.
Oh, it's not too bad. It's hanging in there around 30.
Roger that.
Yeah, it's good. Are you doing any integral part of that Cave City Ham?
We'll be up there Saturday.
Cool. That's one of our Saturdays for breakfast too, so I'm gonna have to miss it. I'd be sorely missed if I brought money. If I had money to spend, yeah. That was Steve. He's in just a little bit north of Bowling Green. He's 65 miles, almost due north of me, and he's got a 5 elevation, so he gets to me pretty good most of the time, not all the time. Sometimes the conditions are terrible. Well, it's good to have you in there, Steve. Again, Kilo 4 Whiskey, a little bit north of Bowling Green. Who else is any place anywhere? Oh, meters. All righty. This is K4PW closing out this portion of the net. We're going to move over to wherever I said 28.415 upper sideband, and I'll be there momentarily. K4PW. Is the Thought I heard somebody in there. Is the frequency in use? One more time. Is the frequency in use? All righty. I've done my due More Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet 10-meter portion of the net. Anybody from the east, please come now. Anybody east, please come now. All right, got you in there. Kilo Echo 4 Delta. How are you copying me tonight there, Earl?
See, I got my pre-amp on. I'm getting about 5 rescue to start over here.
Yeah, you're not doing too good tonight, but I am able to copy it. Just the signal's lower than normal. No, I think the conditions are affecting it there, Earl. Anyway, that's Earl and North. Copyable signal, let's put it that way. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is east? Anybody? Up to the north. Up to the north.
WE40.
Ah, there's a nice, cool, clear, concise.
Yeah, good evening, Paul. Nice to have you on 10.
Yeah, it's no, you're doing real well. Which you're using that older, the original version, the original, not the extra crispy that 500.
Yes, crispy high gain P500 from about it would be mid to late.
Wow, have you ever had to clean that up?
Actually, I just did maybe 18 months ago. Maybe I took it completely apart. And then just sort of rebuilt it back from scratch and cleaned it up and then tuned it for 24 and 5. Works like a champ.
Yeah. And those are all still aluminum back in that era as well.
Yeah, it's all aluminum, 4 to 5 inches, and he uses a hair pair beta match, similar to the one that you have. This one is just looks like a whammo wheelo as opposed to the sort of banana shaped ones that the two ones have now.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good intent. It's a pain.
No, it isn't at all.
You say what?
No, it wasn't hard to tune whatsoever. You got put the nano VNA on it and shortened up the top element until it came into resonance. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, easily said to yourself doing it. How did you do it without bringing it back down again?
I did it on a speaker tripod in the front yard. But I would step back out away from the radials and sweep it and tip it over and slide the top end in a little.
Oh, good. I'll have to help. You'll have to walk me through that personally. I'm just saying, walk me through that because I was having such a pain in the neck. I was picking it up and laying it down on the fence and wood, so the elements, so the horizontals didn't make a mess. And what a pain it was for me.
Yeah, pick it up and then just tip it over, and I set the base of the antenna. Just walk it down.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try. I did it. It does reasonably well. I just don't think I got it tuned properly. Adjustments, and I finally gave up. I said, no, that's good enough. It was one of those that's good enough tuners,
Yeah, well, sometimes good enough is good enough, really.
So I guess it's doing all right. Well, very good. Appreciate that input there, Danny. That was Whiskey Echo 4 Echo in Hendersonville. Who else? That was just across the pond, as they say. Who else is north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
Hank?
Roger that. Yeah, no, he's come in super good.
Yeah, that's again. He's compared to mine from where you sit.
He's a little bit stronger, but he's also closer.
And he's also coming across the water.
Oh yeah. Well, Mark, when Mark keys up, then forget it. Buddy up.
Yeah, very good. All right, Frank, good to have you in there. You sound great. That's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. Who else is north?
Kilo 4 Golf Sierra.
Oh, very good. Alpha Kilo 4 Gulf Sierra. How you doing tonight?
Oh.
I'm doing great. How am I coming into you?
got about an F5 on you over here.
Okay, right.
It's Rob. Probably no problem. How am I sounding over there?
Yeah, very good, Rob. Yeah, you're not well. Ultimately, I don't know how close you are, but Ed, Danny's there in Hendersonville as well.
I'm working off of inverted L.
Ah, no, you sound great. How high is the upper portion of the L?
See?
Oh, wow, that's great. And that one's tuned for what? I mean, that inverted L is what was it designed for?
Designed for 160.
Oh, awesome, man! You must have a nice piece of property there.
Yeah, well, I got a big tree.
Now, how well does it perform on 160?
I don't have to use a printer on 160.
Oh, wow, that's great. You see, so the vertical portion of it is how high before it makes the turn?
About, I'd say about 60 feet or so, maybe.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. Sounds good. But to have one for 160 is awesome. So the upper portion then is it a full length, halfway, or something like that?
I forgot the exact feet of it, but I think it's halfway.
I can see that. I don't think I might be able to do that on my property, but I don't really have a good way to get it. I guess I could, but it's a lot of work. I'll be good to have you in there. That's Rob with an inverted L, Alpha Kilo 4 Golf Sierra there in Hendersonville. Performing very well, by the way. Earl, are you still in there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
How are you capping Rob up there in Hendersonville on this inverted L?
Quite well.
Yeah, very good. I just want to make sure. Maureen, of course, he's a few miles south and a few miles east of me, so I just want to let you know who could hear you. Very good, Rob. Good to have you in there. That was Alpha Kilo 4 Golf Sierra in Hendersonville. Who else is south? Or yeah, now where was I? North. Anybody else east or north or west? East, north, or west?
You will go forward with the picture.
Hey, Jack, you sound kind of warbled.
No, not warbling that I know of. But,
No, the signal seems like it's wavering and a tremor in there.
okay, well, it sounds fine on this end.
All right, very good for India Lima Victor. Who else is west? Nobody. Chris isn't there. K4PEW. For anybody west. Anybody south? Hey, Donnie. Yeah, you sound a little weak tonight. Weaker than I normally hear you.
Yeah, I've been having a little problem.
Okay, very good. Just want to let you know, in case you weren't aware, but you're already aware. That was Kilo 4 in Hermitage, down south, just east of Percy Priest Lake. Who else? Anybody else south? Anywhere, please come now. All right, got nothing. One last chance, any place, anywhere. Mount Juliet, K4PEW, please come now. All right, very good. Closing out the net. Appreciate everybody who showed up. Hope you learned a little bit about something. It's nice to have a new person on the air. Station there, that Kilo Golf 7 Uniform Yankee Delta, Brent, excuse me, up in Henderson on the frequency. First time he ever worked Simplex, so great. Anyway, closing out the net. You guys have a great night. K4P.